As an offensive line, they'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Allen with a throw caught by Beasley. Allen to Beasley, 1st down Buffalo.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but Cole Beasley, he's in his 10th NFL season, and in 2020, his best year yet. 82 catches, close to 1,000 yards. Loves the freedom that this Bills offense affords him.
On 1st down, Allen. They'll set up a screen for Breida. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Moss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 2nd and 11 now. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with McDonald. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
They don't want it, folks.
Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Well, they imposed their will on that last drive. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Now Allen. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And again, it's Allen. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They run for it with Breida. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. And that's on the guard, Cody Ford. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Play action. It's McDonald. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Patrick Owasor. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. McDonald. Flushed out right. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing is McDonald. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And that one results in 35 yards. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's McDonald. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, a 24-yard touchdown. And Washington able to make this a close game again. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's McDonald to throw. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. McDonald sets to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. McDonald. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Well, they'll let McLaurin try and run. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
One more time with Gibson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Gibson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but now it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. Open space inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Breida. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done. That
grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox from 17 yards out. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On second down, here's Gibson again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've
taken it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 41 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Allen again. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off,
and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Allen, got to have this one. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And he's got his man here, Beasley. Touchdown! Cole Beasley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On first down, Gibson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Dax Milne, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Allen. That'll be complete to Breida. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
One final try here for Allen. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. Well, probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.